hard to say because Canelo, obviously he walks on quicksand. We saw it against Skull once again. Crawford is very, he's not one-dimensional. He can move, he can box, he can, I don't know how hard he hits.
The stage is set and training camps are nearing their peak. Terrence Crawford enters with one mission: to dismantle Canelo Alvarez's legacy. As the countdown to this epic clash begins, top boxing analysts are weighing in with their final predictions. Meanwhile, Canelo is deep in the grind, pushing his body to the limit in the gym, showing no mercy in his preparation. Canelo Alvarez's training camp for this fight has been intense and laser-focused. Renowned for his disciplined work ethic, he's fine-tuning every part of his arsenal, from explosive power and pinpoint counters to stamina and slick footwork.
Eso. Venga. 5, venga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eso. Enjoy.
Liam Smith is warning Terrence "Bud" Crawford about the devastating power Canelo Alvarez brings to the ring.
Before Canelo, wow, does he punch hard? And I'm like, no.
What was his power like?
Okay, no, that's a question the average man asks me on the street. Before Canelo, wow, does he punch hard? And I'm like, no. Like,
really?
Not no, because obviously he does, but I've been harder and sparring off people and more how good he was. Like I said before, he had me twitching. His relaxed shoulders, his relaxed style just had me like do a feints. I fell short with a jab. Next time I threw it, he went to slip right hand, and I just thought, I'm not getting hit with that in round 1. I've been in the ring for 10 minutes with the national anthems, the ring walk. I'm in the ring first. Thought he's not hitting me with that first. He knocked me clean out round 1.
He cautions that underestimating Canelo's power would be a serious mistake. This fight isn't just about speed and skill. Canelo punches like a freight train. Smith emphasizes that Crawford must stay alert and fight smart, because one clean shot from Canelo could turn the entire fight on its head in an instant.
So he just constantly had me edge. Again, I was happy with the fight I got because he was there to be it, but defensively he's got one of the best defenses in the world. Like I say, he's getting older now. He's getting a little bit more marked up at the end of fights now. His defense was unbelievable. Ridered shot that, yeah, just how he does that, and still never been dropped. Yeah, I think he's a special fighter.
Promoter Oscar De La Hoya didn't mince words when talking about Canelo versus Crawford, calling it an explosive and unpredictable showdown. He hinted that Canelo may be showing signs of decline with age, while praising Crawford as a dangerous and highly versatile opponent. But De La Hoya posed the critical question: does Bud have the power to keep a relentless force like Canelo at bay? In his words, this fight is nothing short of high-stakes chess.
The facts are that they're over 35 years old both, and I remember I fought Chavez when he was 32 and he was 99-1, and people thought he was over the hill. So
have you changed your pick for that fight, Oscar, based on how Canelo looked against Skull?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because Canelo, obviously he walks on quicksand. We saw it against Skull once again. Crawford is very, he's not one-dimensional. He can move, he can box, he can, I don't know how hard he hits to keep Canelo away from him, but I think it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight.
Boxing analyst Virgil Ortiz Sr. is firmly backing Canelo Alvarez to defeat Terrence Crawford, and he has a compelling reason. His son, Virgil Ortiz Jr., has shared the ring with Canelo in sparring sessions, and the message was clear: the power is on a whole different level. That first-hand experience left no doubt Canelo's strength, particularly at 168 pounds, is something entirely unique.
Virgil Jr. suspense. Hopefully, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. It's like, I'm not like Crawford not fighting Virgil after this fight. He already said he's retiring. Marjumov and Virgil already sparred 3 times. Therefore, he has insight on what Virgil does and what he doesn't do.
Virgil beat him up bad in the second or third sparring session.
So they have several sparring sessions. Marjumov's coach also helped coach Virgil for the first 10 fights, named Joel Diaz. So Joel Diaz also has insight on Virgil. Virgil doesn't have that alone. He's ready for Virgil. You can't get more ready than anybody like that. So to be more ready against somebody you've never been in the ring with compared to somebody you've been in the ring with doesn't make no sense. So that's already is a bullshit thing right there. So the thing is that he weight matters, and he's going up weight again. And if Canelo takes it to him, Canelo's gonna hurt him.
While most boxing analysts are siding with Canelo Alvarez, legendary Coach Bullet is going against the grain. He's backing Terrence Bud Crawford to pull off the upset, and he's doing it with full conviction. Bullet didn't just praise Crawford's skills, he called him a true magician in the ring. In fact, he went a step further, claiming Crawford is even more refined than Teofimo Lopez or Roy Jones Jr. at the height of their powers.
We spoke on this before, and I think you mentioned Bud was going to beat Canelo?
Yeah, like I said, Bud is a magician, like Teofimo and like Roddy, but just more seasoned than the both of those other two. Mm-hmm. Bud could do it if anybody could do it. At this age, Canelo's movement and mobility is not the same. He's not engaging like he did before, but I want to advise Bud to stand toe-to-toe with him. I would drag him into a boxing match and see his condition and his movement in the later rounds and try to win on point.
But Bullet issues a clear warning. Crawford must turn this into a technical chess match, testing Canelo's stamina and outscoring him round by round. Engaging in a slugfest, he says, would be a mistake. Bullet fully respects Canelo's stature and isn't naive about the challenge ahead. At 168 pounds, Canelo's size and bone structure make him a physical force. While Crawford is elite when it comes to skill, Bullet admits that some degree of raw strength may still be necessary to get the job done.
Now, if you touch him, yeah, finish him. But I won't take that gamble unless I know it's what's up. But on the pound for pound, rules of the pound for pound at 168, we cannot take a Canelo at 168 lightly against Bud Crawford. You see what I'm saying? Canelo is the kingpin of 68. He may have lost at 75 trying to jump out the gym for greatness. You know what I'm saying? The skull performance was, skull is a mover, like the Arizona Lara.
Coach Bullet has deep respect for Crawford's skill set and genuinely sees this as a true 50-50 fight, but he doesn't sugarcoat it. Canelo was made for 168. This is his natural weight class, and with his thick frame, size, and rock-solid durability, Bullet believes Canelo holds the edge. His biggest concern, bone structure. Canelo has never been dropped, not even against powerhouses like Bivol. Crawford is undeniably strong, but Bullet questions whether Bud can truly hurt someone built like granite. That, he says, is the million-dollar question.
See, pound for pound is a real thing. That bone structure is the only thing that's making me go 1% more to Canelo than Bud. You know what I'm saying? So, Bud is strong. They told me, before he fought Earl Spence, see, Bud's strong, me, Bomac, and the other trainer was going, saying what we had to say to each other. And, he made a good name for himself fighting Earl Spence. But the world knows that's a C-level Earl Spence that he fought.
Adding even more fire to the upcoming clash, Kyrone Davis, one of the rare fighters to have shared the ring with both Canelo and Crawford, is offering a candid take on what September might bring. Davis points out that with both fighters staying active in the lead-up, the outcome will likely hinge on preparation and in-fight adjustments. For Crawford in particular, Davis emphasizes the challenge. He's been slightly heavier recently, but stepping up to 168 is a whole different test, and he'll need to rise to it.
Have you been in there with Crawford?
Yeah.
So you've been in there with Crawford, you've been in there with Canelo. What can you take from sparring both of them to gauge what's gonna happen in September?
Preparation is gonna definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168 pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely gonna help him. Canelo's experience But then you got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a good chess match.
However, Canelo has been competing at super middleweight for several years, and Davis highlights the significant challenge of moving between weight classes multiple times. While he's not ruling Crawford out, Davis believes that if anyone can handle that kind of jump, it's Bud. He expects a high-level chess match, but thinks Canelo's natural size will ultimately give him a slight edge.
I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
Legendary Hall of Famer Ray Leonard has thrown his full weight behind Terence Crawford ahead of the blockbuster showdown with Canelo Alvarez. While he recognizes Canelo's size advantage, Leonard fired up fans by reminding them that size alone doesn't win fights. Drawing from his own legendary career, he stressed that smart strategy and ring IQ can bridge and even overcome any physical disparity. With Leonard's backing, Crawford's confidence is soaring.
What about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap, or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
That's true, but you know what? There's always a way. Put it that there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
This fight promises more than just power. It's shaping up to be a high-stakes chess match where skill and strategy could make all the difference. Meanwhile, Canelo's former opponent, Caleb Plant, isn't convinced he's the same fighter. After watching Canelo's recent bout with William Skelton, Plant noted Canelo struggled with Skelton's movement and didn't look as sharp as before. Plant found it surprising, especially since Canelo has long said he struggles against slick, mobile fighters, something Skelton's Cuban-style footwork clearly challenged.
And what'd you think of Canelo over the weekend? Did that look like the same type of Canelo you fought a few years ago? And yeah, what'd you think of that?
No, I don't think it's the same Canelo. Not quite, but also I kind of figured it was going to be like that, honestly. I heard Canelo say in the interview, I don't really like fighting guys who move around that much like that. And William Skull being a Cuban fighter, I knew he was going to do that. And so was curious to see, how Canelo would handle that. And, he kept the ring off well, but that guy I felt like he didn't really want no part. And
on the topic of a possible rematch with Canelo, Plant is confident he could come out on top with a few adjustments. And if Crawford manages to beat Canelo and claim the 168-pound titles, Plant made it clear Crawford will be next on his radar. He's eager to face the best and ready to prove himself in the ring.
Get the job done.
What about Crawford? Do you think his chances got better, at least the way how you were seeing things heading into the last fight with him and Skull?
I think it's a stylistic matchup, and William Skull don't fight nothing like Terence Crawford. So we're not going to see the same type of fight come September. I think we're going to see a great fight, real good fight.
You and Terence have always had a good relationship, but if he makes Canelo come off the titles, is he on your radar then in the division?
Yeah, all the top super middleweights are on my radar. I want to face the best, and a lot of fighters say that, but I don't feel like a lot of them have shown and proved that. I feel like I've shown and proved that, so I want to face the best.
Likewise, Terence Crawford has officially launched his training camp for the historic showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Isolated at the UFC facility, Crawford is fully locked in, focused on himself and the fight, honing every detail for the biggest night of his career. With the world watching and the bout set to stream on Netflix this September, the pound-for-pound king is leaving no stone unturned in his quest for greatness. As training camp ramps up, Terence Crawford is sharpening his skills to neutralize Canelo Alvarez's lightning-fast punches. He's focusing on timing, angles, and defensive movement to stay ahead of the game. Renowned for his in-fight adaptability, Bud is drilling precise footwork and reflexive counters aimed at disrupting Canelo's explosive style. With every session, it's clear Crawford isn't just getting ready physically, he's crafting a strategic game plan to take down one of boxing's most feared punchers.
You gotta scoot your feet up some, dude. You're always cheating. That's why I be working harder than
15 seconds, please.
I always whooped your ass. Stop playing. No, the second one you won. The third one you had. Stay tuned. All right. It's his birthday today. 1, 2, 3. Up. Oh, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta sit your ass.
Known for his explosive hand speed and sharp counters, Canelo Alvarez has pushed Terence "Bud" Crawford to double down on quick movement and precise footwork in training. Bud is sharpening his ability to stay elusive, slip punches, and create angles, understanding that outsmarting Canelo's rhythm will be crucial for victory. This isn't just another fight for Crawford, it's a chance at greatness. A win on September 13th won't just make history, it could secure Bud's legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats.
Boom. Sit down. Right up. Boom. You sit down. Then you go up. Squeeze your ass cheeks when you come up.
Beautiful. What up? Nice one. First one blind, I gave you another shot. Oh, fuck. There it is. Damn it. Oh, fuck. When you're ready.
The countdown is officially on for one of the biggest fights boxing has ever seen, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. This isn't just another title bout, it's a clash of styles, skill, and legacies. Canelo brings explosive power, size, and championship experience, while Crawford counters with slick movement, sharp ring IQ, and a shot at greatness. With fight night near, the questions mount. Can Crawford outbox Canelo over 12 tough rounds? Will Canelo's strength prove too much? Who has the heart to shine when it counts? This isn't just a fight, it's a high-stakes chess match, and the world will be watching. Who do you think will win, the powerhouse Canelo or the crafty Crawford? Drop your predictions below and tell us why. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for all the latest updates and breakdowns. September 13th is going to be, don't miss it.